you were looking for a long, I think, obviously. And the
Yeah.
32 agreed, right? So that's the procedure we want to do, is kind of look at quickly the 16 first, then look at the 32, see if the 32 agrees with our assessment. So based on what you saw here, you were looking for a long. Now, one thing, just to orient ourselves on all these charts, it might be a good idea to put a vertical line in one spot on the chart, so I know where you are on each of the charts. So I look at the Falcon 8, you look like you were looking at an entry here where the blue circle is, and I presume that's here, but I'm not totally sure.
Okay, so put a line where kind of in where the blue circle is.
Yeah, or beside the blue circle, just so we could orient or, and just get
Okay.
an idea of where we are. So here, what we're going to do, we're not going to spend an awful lot of time on this chart, but we're going to give each one of you guys about 5 minutes or so, thereabouts. But what you have here is on the Falcon 16. You do have a wave 3. You did mark a wave 3 here, but wave 3, that would have been on the presumption that you're on the second line on the Power Pro, right?
Yeah.
And this looks like it's an extended wave 3 because not by how far it goes up on the Power Pro, but how long it carries on for. The wave 3 here is not finished at all. And for wave 3 to really finish, we need to see a few things. We need to see the, number one, we need to see the eagle and the hawk merge together, which they have here. We need the traveler to come to the backside of the hawk, which it has. But we don't know the wave 3 is finished till we have 3 pivots, and then we have a drop here where we're going into wave 4. And looking at this chart here, I would say you're almost there, if not there already. Okay. But as soon as this eagle drops below the hawk, we've got our everything else. All the other clues show us wave 3 is done. And we are looking for a drop. Okay. And now, I presume you were, see, this is where I'm a little confused here. After this, it will drop, but your trade would have been back here on this upswing or on this first one. Just trying to figure out time.
Yeah, I forget. I checked, but I don't remember.
Actually, you look like it's about 9:32, so it's probably around this one here. Okay. And what you were looking at is this bullish run up to the flattish hawk, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So on this chart here, if we were just looking at that, yeah, we're not quite finished on wave 3 there. First pivot, although the eagle and hawk have merged, they're still separated a little bit. We're looking for 3 pivots. And before you finish wave 3, you will have this kind of movement, right? So you're still within wave 3, but you just kind of finish it up, and you're going to have this going back to the traveler, come back to the eagle, go back to the traveler, come back to the eagle, and then finally it'll drop into wave 4. Okay? So that's what you traded on the 16 here. And you were at that time 9:32. Again, I can't tell where you are here, but roughly here.
Yeah, it was on one of the pullback pivot or push, one of the wick ups, because I remember checking after higher than,
Yeah, you're probably at this pullback here. Everything looks good. You got good PETH, so strong price, eagle, traveler, hawk, good separation. Power Pro and Twin Rivers tell you that the long is feasible, and it confirms what you might be considering here. Then going
to I didn't realize that. I thought that to be an extended 3, it had to show it on Power Pro.
You generally, yes, you do have an extended 3 once you go above the second line. But you'll notice, and if you look at your charts and the historicals, and maybe spend some time on the historicals where you see this kind of effect where you don't go above the second line at all, or not very much, but you don't drop into wave 4. till everything falls in place. And that, what I mean is everything being the eagle and the hawk coming together. And then once those two are together, then you have 3 pivots and then the drop into wave 4. So it's an extended 3 by time, not so much an extended 3 by push. Okay. And when you have an extended 3, you could kind of think, we know that with an extended 3, you'll get a truncated 5. What that really means is, you have a limited market for people going into a trade. And if you have an extended trade where lots of people are pushing the price up, you're going to use up that market. And then there will be some retracement, some correction, some profit taking. And then the wave 5 will be truncated because there's not that many people left to really push it up. So whether it takes a long time for 3 to finish, or whether it takes or wave 3 really pushes up and pushes up high with interest on smart money, you're going to get a truncated 5. Okay. On your Falcon 8, looks really good. Really good for a trade entry. Just a note I would give you here is, looks good to start looking at the 3 and the 4 when you have a wick up bar, but you might be a little bit late here. So when you see that you have come back to this traveler here, you're coming back to the eagle, and you might most likely bounce off the eagle for a wave 5 finish. This wasn't a wave 5 finish here. Then I would start looking at the 3 and 4 before I actually see this wick.
So if I was looking to the 3 and 4, would I still want to be waiting on the 8 for a white wick up bar, like for a bar to turn white?
On here? No.
Yeah.
No. You will probably see white bars on the 3 and 4 before that. Okay. Just remember, there's so many more bars within the 3 and the 4. So, and on the Falcon 8, one of these bars is 8 ticks, and a wick up bar with a tail on it, that is 16 ticks, right? And that's more than enough to take you out if you pick the wrong entry with your stop loss. Okay. So you don't want to be too late on your 3 and a 4, because there might be a pullback on your 3 and a 4, which you might not even see here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Rennie. I'm going to move on to Mir next. Just a point I didn't bring up. If we do get locked out here, this meeting is only 40 minutes. I will log back in, and you guys could rejoin, and we could carry on for a few more minutes here. So I'd like to do this for an hour, but all I have is 40 minutes on my free Zoom account.
Usually they don't boot you out.
No? Okay.
At least whenever we did Zoom meetings, we never got booted out.
Okay. Cross our fingers here. Okay. Thanks, Renee. Appreciate that. Good job. Let me see. Mir, bring you, let you talk about your chart. Okay. I guess first off, I'm going to comment on your chart. Why is it green and blue and yellow? Mir, are you there? Hello? I guess Mir is not here. Okay. Doug needs to come in. So we'll move on to the next person here. Josh, you're here, and your mic is working. Hello, Josh.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you not hear me?
Not very loud.
Oh. I will... How do I fix that?
Not sure how you fix it. We might have to just work with it, I suppose.
Okay. I'll try to speak up.
Okay, please. Okay, let's start with which one? Snip 1, I suppose. Okay.
Yes.
And tell us what you see here.
Yeah, snip 1 was just what I saw immediately when I opened the market this morning. And I got a little fixated on my 16. I saw wave 3 had completed, and I seen a 4 into a 5. It's very small, though. I think I shrunk my chart down a little bit too much.
Good.
Okay. Okay, so on here you do have a bit of an Elliott wave. You got something that looks like a rising wedge. We'll talk about that. You have to explain what you see here. Looking, and you said you saw a 3 into a 4, finishing a 5 here.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The 3 definitely looks like a 3 on Power Pro. And just as we were discussing with Renee before, you really have to have things come together to totally finish your 3. So you've got to have your eagle and your hawk merged together, and you do need this traveler to the backside of the hawk. And you can start 4 once the eagle drops below the hawk, and it did here, but you didn't get that bowl effect underneath it. Okay.
Yeah, not really. I thought maybe because I shrunk my chart too far.
I don't think. Yeah, if you expanded this chart, I don't think you'd see a bowl here. And
Not quite.
I don't think you'd see a proper 5 here. So all you're seeing here on this chart is just a completion of wave 3. And it has dropped below that second line, and it's on its way down. But I think if we follow this later on, you will see that and maybe your other snips do show that, that this will drop down further. Okay. And so here, just based on your first snip, what were you looking for, long or short?
I was looking for longs within the channel, but I let them all pass by.
Okay. And just quickly, 32, did it agree?
Yes.
Okay, and it does agree. You are looking up here, so that works with you. The 8, it's no use looking at that just yet. Maybe we should move on to
exactly.
The next
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What does the second snip tell us here? Okay.
Oh yes, this second snip. I was watching the price for quite some time, as you could see, and it just went up through my channel that I made there, and I seen this flat hawk and the eagle just bend, and I thought to myself, that's a really good opportunity. But I had already scoped out a different one, so I wanted to go with that one. I made a blue line to the target I was looking for. But I seen this opportunity. I made a yellow mark on the 3 where I would have made an entry on that.
Okay. First off, I'm just trying to orient myself again. And same comment for you, Josh. Just put a vertical line on all the charts so we know.
Yeah, I wish I had. I kind of thought I was going to have a little bit of mouse control where I could just point things to you. But I've never done this before.
No, it's our first time, and maybe next time I'll give people control. But just tell me where to go and we'll try to orient ourselves. So on the previous chart, you had the 5 there, right?
Yes, and I believed, that the next pit was actually a 1-2 for a new set. Immediately after that 5, I wish I'd put a 1-2 there. Yeah, exactly.
1-2.
And yeah, so I used my 16 or my 8 to find it, to throw Fibonacci's on it, and that's how I got the line.
Okay.
And I had a moment of doubt that I put my notes there, and I redrew it using the 16, which was not a good idea because it's not very accurate using that small 1-2 that I can see.
Yeah.
But it came close, so I believe that to be a 1-2, and then to another 3, and then I was waiting for the 4 so I could get on the 5, and that's the blue line.
Up to here, go up to the
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What you might have here, you might be right. It could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it would be an internal sub Elliott wave. I still don't think this wave 3 is totally finished. This is not a good representation. It's not your textbook Elliott wave here.
Okay.
So I don't think it's finished. It might be coming to completion here. And
Oh, that entire thing.
yeah, this
Oh.
whole thing is just channeling
Oh,
up.
okay.
It's just going up. And
So the 4 I was looking for was for that entire 3 that within the channel. Okay.
Yeah, your 3 was really here on your second line, but then it just carried on. And I'm still waiting for this to create a 4 here, where this EO drops below the hawk, right?
And that's what I was also waiting for, but I misunderstood that entire thing was the 3.
Yeah. It's
okay.
So sometimes you do see this. You don't see the perfect Elliott wave where you have, the first impulse, a retrace, and then a longer impulse for wave 3, and then a retrace correction for a 4, and then a 5. That is the textbook one, and that does happen. But sometimes you get these kind of things that are really hard to decipher.
Yes.
And but what you need, the Elliott wave is strictly there to tell you where you've been, where you might be right now, and possibly where you're going. The fibs will tell you how far you're going, right?
Yes.
But if the Elliott wave doesn't agree with your story, I don't think you'd have to discount your story. It's still your primary focus should be the indicators. You're going from indicator to indicator, okay? Okay, we got along there. What does the H show you? See, again, I don't know where we're at, this downward movement here. Just have to look at the time. It looks like 8 something.
Yes.
I guess the same time here, right?
Yeah, this was, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
So this might be the start of, wave 4, the dip here.
It was, yes.
And here, looking at this, and you put an Elliott wave on this one, again, you don't have the good indication on Power Pro that this is a wave 3. And remember, wave 4, this eagle does have to come below the hawk, right? Okay.
Yes.
This one, it's other than maybe a general look of this is possibly a wave 3. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to go quickly at your 3 and your 4, and just tell me, there was no entry here, obviously. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I seen that that flat hawk appear on all of my charts, and I was like, what the? And then I was like, oh man, this is diving, but I already had a target in mind, so I just kind of made an arrow where I would have entered that.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to move on to your next step here. Maybe tell me what your story is there. This is your 16, I'm presuming. I can't tell on the chart. And this is the 32 and the 8. Yeah. You just have the 3 here.
Is this a duplicate? I send you 2 of the same.
No, this is just a carry on a little bit further. I think each of these snips is just a next time
yes.
frame.
No, I see what. Yeah, it's just a little bit further. Yes, so you can see the 4 turned into this nice. I don't know if I'd call it a wedge because the flagpole would be going the wrong way, but it did a nice channel, and I see it. I was going to point it out. It's on the 8 there, and it does a nice sideways action. And it actually does 6 pivots with a nice little wick to go up.
And this is on the 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one on the 16, but because it's so small, I use the 8 to keep an eye on it.
Okay, so this is just the last part of the 16, is it?
Yes.
Okay. So you were expecting along here, right?
Yes. Yeah. And that's where I was looking for it.
Okay. And did you have a target picked at this point yet? No?
Yeah, the blue line's that I've had it picked for quite some time.
Okay. And what was that blue line again? Sorry?
I did a retrace on my what I thought was a 1-2 earlier.
That was way
Just
back here.
yeah, just after that 5 there. Yeah,
Okay, so
I
we're
did a
getting-
retrace there.
Okay. Let's just move on to the next chart. Okay, so
There. Then I made on the 8 there. You can see that I just put the lines down on that channel, and then
Okay.
it did a 6 pivot, a pullback, and then it went.
Okay.
And for my entry, I missed the initial pullback. So what I looked for was on the Falcon 4. I had wait to see if it wicked off the bear zone, which it did, and that's where I entered.
Okay. So this is where you entered, or just
Yeah.
okay.
After check the bear zone, yes.
Okay, in there. Okay, and obviously it looks like you got your 2.2.
Yes, but my target, because I mentioned that I put it back up using the 16, it wasn't accurate, and it just came short of that first bump before the top. That's where it should have been. If you know what I mean, you can see it better on the 8.
On the 8.
Yeah, my 161 retracement should have hit that first knock before the final push there.
Okay. Yeah, should give you control.
Control?
Yeah, I don't know if I could give you the control actually, but
oh, that's all right. I just above where my trade ended. That first pullback is where my Fibonacci should have been, and I retraced it to confirm afterwards.
Okay, so just before this first pullback here?
Right there. Yeah, right at the top of that pullback is right where my Fibonacci would have went.
That's right here?
Yeah.
Okay, and that was based on this AB way back here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I guess, you know, as you're going along here, you do have 1, 2s all along, right? Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that was.
Oh.
Somebody spoke in there. So all along here, you do have these pushes, retracements.
Yeah, and all of them are like really good. It's just I was waiting for the one I had my sight set on.
Okay. Nothing wrong with using your Fibonacci as your prime target, but just what I would do is work with the indicators first off to tell me where I might be going. Okay. And look at how the price is interacting with the indicators. So what I'm looking for is, I definitely look for spreads. Okay. Where the indicators separate, and I'm looking for eagle to eagle movements. Indicator to indicator.
My earlier trades were definitely more like that. Yes.
Yeah. And other things I look for displaced naked wick bars, or where the price is displaced from an eagle, and I'm using the concept or principle that price is going to come back to the eagle, right? And if the indicators are set up right, I'm going to cross through that eagle. So those are the things I look for. And then I do look at like I mentioned, the Elliott wave to tell me where I've been, where I am, where I'm going. And then the Fibonacci's to tell how far I'm going. So I do look at things in that sequence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily pick a Fibonacci right off and go for that, right? I kind of use the Fibonacci for confirming or supporting a story that I'm building. Okay. Now, totally successful here. You were able to see that this Fibonacci worked out, but just be careful when you're doing that. Sometimes if you just rely on the Fibonacci, it might not work out for you.
Especially if I don't grab the 1-2 that isn't the 1-2. Or sorry, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And in this case, it wasn't a distinct 1-2 in the Elliott wave. It was a 1-2 as you're moving along. So you can kind of use those, but not the best here.
okay.
Okay, I'm just going to jump to your last chart. I think these are all the same movement, right?
Yeah, those are just information. It's like this is just me going back and retracing that 1-2. I found it on the 8 just to show what it should have been.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant at this point.
So here you took this as your 1-2.
Yes.
Up to this point or this point.
The highest point, yes.
This
I used the highest point to my next lowest, yeah.
Yeah, and then you said, okay, this retrace, it looks like, I can't tell if it was a 61 or a 76.
It was a 61.
It was a 61 coming back to here. So yes, you are expecting a 161 eventually.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, you do get there, but look at all the Elliott waves in between, right? So
yes.
Really look at what your 3 will do. If I was looking at a 1-2, I would look at what the 3 will run to based on my Fibonacci, not somewhere it might go further down the road, right?
Okay.
A lot of times, a lot of things happen and you have an expectation to get up to here, but there's a huge amount of time. And in that time, you'll have things totally reverse on you. You think you're going up to a 3 here, and then you expect a 4 and a 5, and then your charts, if you looked at your historicals, you'll see a push to a 3, and then you'll see another push to a 3 going down. No 4 and 5, right?
Yes.
So sometimes the market just changes its mind, right?
Yeah.
So the longer you extend out, the longer you stick your neck out.
And the more you doubt yourself, the longer you wait.
Exactly.
That's for sure. That gets me nervous. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Josh.
All right. Thank you.
Hopefully that helped.
Yes.
Okay. Next, Doug, are you around?
I think so. Can you hear me?
I could hear you a little faint. Let me just see if anybody is waiting to get in. No, everybody's here. We got 10 folks here. And
is that better, Steve?
I can make out what you're saying. So
Okay.
How about everybody else? Can everybody else hear Doug?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear him as well.
Okay, super. Okay, Doug, you've got all 5 charts here. Just a comment there, Josh, before I move on. And
yes,
rather than putting multiple charts, it's a little easier if you just have one chart with the story on it. And again, remember, it's kind of a predictive story we're looking at here, so not a historical story, but just kind of put down your thoughts as to, where you started looking, what you were seeing, some of the measurements you were making, some of the clues that you were seeing, bring those up on the chart.
Okay.
Up to the point of where you go to your 3 and 4 for entry, or if you're at the stage where, like Doug is here right now, actually picking a trade entry, just try to put it all on one chart like we see here with what Doug is doing. Okay, Doug, I'm going to give you the floor. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, move over to the 16, and what are you seeing here?
I guess I was seeing the Eagle and the Hawk crossing on the 16 and the 8. Eagle heading up on the 16 at a good level. Unfinished business on the 8 at up above about 4 points. Eagle on the 8, Hawk on the 8, all going up. I was figuring that the 32, it was going to be a pullback to the traveler.
Okay.
So saw a lot of divergence huge divergence actually. I was actually thinking about going short on this, but the divergence on this, on both the 16 and the 32, told me don't go short. So, so I was actually switched over and went long.
Okay, so your assessment was long. You were thinking that this was going to go up from here on or somewhere in here. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, I took the trade right there.
Right here?
No, at the right where right there.
Right here at the end?
Yeah.
End of this?
I think you can see it on my 3 and 4.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll go over there. So here you have the eagle above the hawk, bullish. Here you have the eagle below the hawk, a little bearish, but you do see that Power Pro Twin Rivers are bullish here. Good call on the divergence.
Thanks.
Definitely the Power Pro Twin Rivers is telling you that the long is more possible. Wave 3 looks like a wave 3. Not quite to your second line here on your Power Pro. Okay. But you do see that pattern, that wave 3-4 pattern, even though you might not reach the wave 3, right?
Right.
So, yeah, things look good. Now, as you are coming here and as the eagle is crossing the hawk, you would see a bit of an ABC. Not sure if this is going to, honestly, from this one, I can't tell if you've got an ABC effect here, and then it's going to come back a little bit and then carry on, which you might have seen here. And if you do trade the wave 4, if that's what you're looking at, keep in mind wave 4 is a tricky one to trade.
Right.
And 4C is probably the best one to choose if you were thinking of trading.
Okay.
Unfinished business. Draw a vertical line as to where that target might be. Okay.
Okay.
So as you cross the green eagle here, you're expecting a pop back. If you don't have a pop back, unfinished business, right?
Yeah.
That applies to any indicator that you really cross, okay? So if you cross a traveler and you don't come back and check it, that's unfinished business too, okay?
Okay.
And even hawks, if you don't come back and check hawks, that's unfinished business. So keep that in mind. We always look at, this is the most prominent one, where we cross an eagle and back to check that unfinished business. But keep that in mind that any indicator, when you cross it, if you don't come back to it, it's unfinished business. It's kind of thinking as each of these indicators as resistance or a fence, okay? And you go through the fence, there's a gate in that fence. You have to kind of turn around and close the gate, okay?
Okay.
In all of these. Okay, so you were looking for the long, and tell me how you picked a spot to get in on the 3 and the 4.
I believe I was on the 8. I'd made up my mind on the 8, actually, in 16, that I was going to look over at the 3 and the 4 after the hawk and the eagle crossed, or the eagle crossed the hawk. And I happened to turn over to the 3 and the 4, and pretty much they were at the same point. The eagle and the hawk was crossing.
Okay, so at this point here is on the 8 when you decided to flip over, or?
Sorry, I missed that.
Okay, so you looked at the 8, and you decided to flip over when the eagle and the hawk were crossing, or here?
Yeah, the 8 and the 16, both of them were crossing.
Okay. So eagle crossing the hawk here?
Yeah, and we had a pullback on both of them.
Okay. Okay.
And so I went over to my 3 and 4.
Okay.
And my 3 had a pullback just after the hawk, back to the eagle, just after the hawk and eagle cross. back to the eagle.
Okay. Okay. And that's the expectation. When you have this representation here, where you have the eagle below the hawk,
Yeah.
and you're crossing through it, expect to have a pullback on it. When these two are merged, then you can expect to kind of kick off straight away, and you would look at your wave or Falcon 4 and see if those two are merged there, and if there is separation where the eagle is below the hawk, still be wary of pullbacks. Okay, so you did the right thing here. You waited for it to go across the indicators, the hawk, the traveler, and just like I said, you have to come back, close the gate. It did, right?
Yep.
And then off it went. Okay, so that looked really good there. You were underneath the yellow line on the Power Pro. Power Pro looked positive, as did Twin Rivers for a long. Okay, this one here, little on the negative side. Okay, you don't have greens and blues. You want greens and blues. This one, the hawk is still tending down a little bit, which is just an indication of this eagle still going down. Hopefully this is coming back up. Okay. So
I made this pretty much on the F8, pretty much the smart money and the power, or the Twin Rivers is what I made the trade on. It made the trade for me, actually.
The smart money and the Twin Rivers here, 16?
Yeah, on the 8 and the 16, even the 32, they were all huge up, even when the price was dropping.
Okay. Yeah, those are the ones that really have the power, don't they? They're the ones that are really pulling you on the trade. Okay. Well done. Anything else you want to add, Doug?
Nope, that's pretty good. Well, I tried to trade today. Didn't trade very well. I was looking for a short all day today, and I don't know why I ignored the F32, that big green eagle heading straight up. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't. I was looking for a short all day, and that was just dumb.
Oh, okay. Okay. Going to move on to next fellow, Cheyenne. Your mic is working. Cheyenne? Cheyenne, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I muted. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Coach?
We're going to talk about your trade here quickly.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to leave the Fibonacci till later. Let's look at the 16 and the 32 first off.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So what did you see here?
Actually, I saw that there is an opportunity, so I predicted this, the whole scene, because market is bullish, and I saw that eagle above the hawk, and traveler is merged into the hawk, and then pressure is up for long trade, a good opportunity. So then I made up a point just on the foots of eagle where it was creating that, and I put imaginary stop loss so you can understand. Put a vertical line, and then also Fibonacci also agrees. For this, which I draw it for just you cannot see right now, but I draw it and then cancel it just to see that it could go to 100. Eagle above the hawks, then impulse are up. So smart money is also agreeing, and then I looked at also on the 8, and then I looked 3 and 4 through the 8. And my 32 and 32 will also agree to F8 and X16. Everything was just ready to shoot up.
Okay.
So this one I saw. Yeah.
Okay. Looking at this, you were looking for a long here.
Yes.
And looking at the charts, I don't disagree with you. there, eagle above the hawk. Everything looks good for a long there. If you're looking at for a long, you look at the 32 to see if that agrees with you, and everything looks really good as far as the long goes on the 16. Now, looking at this chart here on the 16, a little bit closer, you mentioned that Power Pro looked good for a long, and what I see here actually is you've got the price going up here,
Yes.
but you have Power Pro going down.
Yeah, but there are small points in the green, and this one, and the later if you check in this time, there I made that trade also 2.2.
You made the 2.2 trade, okay?
Yes.
I personally, no, it was good you did, but when I would look at this, things are you are at the open here, okay? Just remember that.
Yeah.
A lot of things at the open. I don't know what time you actually get here. Maybe it's well enough along on the 16, but this would have caused me some concern. Okay.
Okay.
Where the price is going up and the Power Pro is going down. And as I mentioned to the other folks before, see how Power Pro here is up on the second line. Now I don't see the rest of your chart here, pre-market.
Okay.
But this looks like a wave 3. Agreed?
Oh yeah, okay.
But it's not finished. You have too much separation between the eagle and the hawk, and your traveler is still inside the hawk here. Okay? So as it's going along here, it's trying to finish this wave 3. So you're going to have this kind of movement as we're going up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to look at just this chart here by itself, I would say we're not quite finished our wave 3. If we're not finished, it'll do one of two things. It'll come back to the traveler again and pop back to the eagle. So that's short for me. And if it is finished, then this eagle will drop below the hawk, and then it'll go short again. And that's, the smart money is not going with this push up here. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, not so good. Yeah, it is little coming up.
That's just a concern here. Now it might have gone up. I'm not sure. We'll look at it. Well, I guess we don't have that chart. So, be wary of when you see this.
I will. Yeah.
This it's not congruent here. Price is going up. Smart money. These guys are saying no, don't go with that. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
And we want to trade with smart money. Okay, remember that.
Yeah, okay. I always keep in mind. Thank you.
What do you have? What else do you have here? This must be your 8. Let's have a quick look at that 8.
Yeah, 8, yes, sir.
Okay, again, this is where you would enter, right?
Yes, yeah, correct, yeah. Because I was looking for 3 and 4, yeah.
Okay. And if you entered there, you would go up and you would catch that.
Yeah.
This one looks long. It does play around with the traveler here, and this has an insinuation of a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, but the Power Pro is not agreeing with that totally. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if just go back to your. I want to see where your blue line is.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it would be nice if all these charts are on one page, then I could go back and forth quickly. So,
I'll do that.
Yeah, please put your 8, 16, 32 on one page. So the blue line is where you are thinking of a long, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's going up.
Going up, yeah.
Okay, and the blue line on your 8 right here.
Yeah, but it was so fast as I was just typing and shoot up.
Then it goes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you got your 2.2?
Yes, I got my 2.2.
Okay. So if you see this wick up bar, you would see it on this bar here where you have the blue line. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you did go up. Okay. And you went from here, which let's say you got filled right here at 67 or so.
No, it was below where I'm saying I'm looking at 3 and 4. It was 65.5 something like that.
65.5. You were filled way down here.
No, just on the here on the blue and green where I say UFB unfinished business. There near there, just under there where I see I would see 3 and 4. Yeah, exactly here.
Right here.
Yes, please. Yeah. 66, you can say.
66.5.
Yeah, 66, yeah. 66.
Okay.
65.5 or something like that. So I measured that up to 68.2 or something. That's 2.2. I remember.
Okay.
Roughly,
I
yeah.
yeah. And what caused you to look at the 3 and the 4 here?
I saw 3 and 4 were more advanced than this. The eagle was already made already, and then it was above, traveled almost halfway. So that's what I saw on 3 and 4, and everything was looking great. So pressure was up, also in Power Pro, in the both.
Okay. It would have, you would have had to look at the 3 and the 4 way down here to really make this work. If you look at it here, waited for the 8 to develop something here, and you waited for the wick up bar, you honestly would be too late because you'd probably be filled somewhere in here, and then you'd be taken out. Okay.
Sure, I'll do earlier then.
But you would have had to know much sooner. You would have had to know that there's an expectation for a long, even before this, way back with this displaced price here. And what I would look at is, you were not quite 8 points here. You were about 6 points coming down here.
Yeah.
But you're expecting 8 to 10 points on a push down on an 8 and then go up. But as soon as you saw something out here, that's when I would have looked at the 3 and 4.
Coach, I have a question here also. I had a strong doubt, which I always wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I have always one fear that if I look at 3 and 4 and do any action before my price crosses the eagle, it might reverse or do the finish the business. So that's why I always wait until it jumps over to the magenta eagle. Then I take action. So that's why I was looking at 3 and 4 so late. Is it right or not?
No, that is right. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's a good point. Generally, you would want to look at the 3 and 4 here, see what's happening there.
Okay.
But you're right. This wasn't a full push down, so there was possibility of just coming back to the eagle, coming out again, and waiting for 3 pivots a lot of times to come back. Right?
Absolutely.
But as soon as you crossed here, that's where this gets really muddled. And I'm not sure if you'd catch a good trade here because, once you get in here, it is pretty tight in a lot of ways, right?
Okay.
Because if you look at here at 58 and down here at 68 and 66, you got 2 points here, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that point here. So you'd like to see a bit more to do what you're saying. Get in on the other side of the eagle. Make sure you're cleared the eagle before you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would look at, even before that. That's probably maybe a bit more advanced for you, but
okay.
Yeah, you are following the right tack there, waiting for it there. But I would say that you are a bit late on this one.
Okay. You're trying to say that I should look at from the bottom of this wick bar, 3 and 4, and trade I should take after it jumps the eagle.
Just right? Keep an eye on that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I will.
Okay. Now I'm just quickly going to go to your Fibonacci, and this one I did have a quick look at it, and I'm not sure what this is telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe try to tell me what this is.
Yeah, Fibonacci retracement. So actually, I have taken one example that this is not relevant to which I have sent you the charts. Just to make you understand that I have understanding of this. That means try to calculate. Fibonacci is everybody knows to calculate the price where it returned. The price has gone somewhere and returned back. So I've shown in this particular example that it's going to 61. It's jump retrieve to 61, and now we expect this will go up to 161, but first it will pull back to 76 and then go next step to 161. Slowly up. This is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so where is your retracement? You've got a push here, right?
Yes, correct.
And this is your retracement here?
Yes, this is my retracement. Correct.
That's your retracement, okay.
Yeah,
and then given this push and this retracement, where do you expect it to go?
This is on the top yellow 100%. So in comparison of this, I'm comparing it. It will go to 161 because it had crossed 61. So that's my expectation.
So you expect it to go to 161 up here somewhere, way up here?
Yeah, yes. The market was still running when I took the snap.
Yeah. Okay. I think you've got this wrong.
Okay. How?
Okay, so when you're going and you've got a push and you have a retracement, and if you assume that this is a 61, this is not a 61 retracement, but let's say you assume that it's 61 coming back.
Yeah.
First off, it'll go to 161, but not up here. It'll go way down here, 161.
Oh.
Okay, so it's what you want is a push, a retrace, and then a push. Okay, so when you're looking at retracements, if I wanted to see where it might go up here, I would click here first, and then I would click up here and look for the retracement here. So this would be my 1, my 2. This would be down in 89 or 76, and that should give me 100 going up this way. Okay, you got your Fibonacci's backwards. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
And you don't look at the 100% on this chart. This is a retracement that you're doing. So you're using this tool right here for retracements. And
I did. I'm showing retracement, not the extension, Coach.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a 161, you need to use the extension. Okay.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay. So if you're looking at 161 and you're looking at this as your retracement, you would use this tool, start here, click,
1, 2, yeah.
And that'll give you your extension to the downside here. Okay?
I agree with you, yes.
So go back and study your fibs. This is not right for the retracement. The 61, if you retrace to a 61, you should just come into a quarter of this fib distance, okay?
Okay.
If you go to halfway and more, you've actually broken a buffer, and in this case, you've snuck into the 76. So this is more of a 76 retracement, okay?
Okay.
And if you go back and study the fibs, I won't go into it into a lot of detail here. 76 is unusual in that if you get a 76 retracement, then you'll get a 76 retracement on itself. And then you'll get a 76 or a 61 retracement on itself here. And eventually you'll get a 61 retracement on itself, and then it'll go to 161. Okay?
Yeah.
So review the videos on Fibonacci's, review the story on Fibonacci's. And
sure, I will.
Get that.
Thank you.
So apparently it needs to be filled out by CBT, and I just need to sign it. So who's your CBT? Tell them to fill it out.
Okay. Oh. Somebody speaking there? Okay, I'm going to move on, Cheyenne. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Okay, Dustin?
Yeah, I mean, just asking the same things that we say.
Yeah, please shut your mic off if somebody's talking in the background there.
Well, when you say perfusion defect, reverse, non-reverse, that's basically saying it's there in, at rest and not. See, if it says
Excuse me, who's talking?
reversible, that means it's present on rest and stress. If it says reversible, that means it's only present on stress.
Who is
It's
talking?
included in that language. I'm okay to fill this form out, but
Okay, Mir, I think you're talking there, so I've muted you there for a little bit. Okay, Dustin, are you there? Okay, I guess Dustin is not here. Mir, I'm going to unmute you. Mir, are you there? Hello, Mir, can you hear me? Okay, I guess Mir's not answering here either. Okay, guys, can everybody else still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for the charts that I've got here. Unfortunately, a couple of folks did not speak up. How did everybody find this? Was it helpful?
It was good.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Coach Steve, this is great, and I'd like to do it again.
Okay.
This time works for me. How about everybody else?
Works for you? What? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Works.
Okay.
This time works for me, Jill.
Okay. Super. So we'll do this again. I'll try to do this at 5:30 every day.
So let's go over the things that you want us to see. You want us to put a line where we are taking the trade so that it can be seen on the charts where we're looking at entering the. And then you want us to put the charts, like you want us to put the 32, 16, and 8 together and then put the 3 and 4 the next, or do you want them all on one page?
So depending on where you're at, some of the folks here are just looking at the higher time frame charts first off because they're a little bit slower. So if that's all you're doing, just put the 8, 16, 32 as all three. If you are progressed to looking at the 3 and the 4, put all 5.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And that's a good takeaway. Please mark all your charts with a vertical line so I could orient from one to another. Sometimes it takes a little bit to trying to figure out where everything is and what the thought process is, but a vertical line sure helps. And
Coach Steve.
PNG snips are the best. People send me some other snips or embed their charts in their email, and then I have to kind of save it and call it back up again. So it's a little cumbersome to deal with that way. So try to do PNGs. You're going to have to do that once you get on the sim and post your charts. Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to break away here. I've got a 7 o'clock class to teach here. So thank you for attending.
Thank you.
Talk to you.
Thank you.
That was really good. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks for your help.
Very welcome. Talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, bye now. Hello, Mir. Can you hear me? Mir? Mir Ali? Hello.